with late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, here's a review of the last game of last night. Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals between the Golden State Warriors and Minnesota Timberwolves. All I gotta say is, like the Celtics and Knicks series, it's over. It's over. It's over for the Warriors. For the most part, up until the third quarter, it was pretty much a back and forth affair between these two teams. If anybody watched this, and then after the third quarter, Minnesota just they was just too much for Golden State. This was one thing we had to dead. Playoff Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy. It's over. I think that part of his career is done with. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. He was at times in this game sitting on the bench. I think it was either late in the first. It might have been late in the first or late in the second. One or two. I forgot. He was on the bench. He's on the bench. And I wonder if whatever injury he sustained in the first round against Houston, I wonder if that's hobbling him. Was it a tailbone injury? Yeah. It could be that. He just does not look the same out there. He just looks old now. And they just don't have enough firepower for the Minnesota Timberwolves and their stout defense. They just don't have enough. Let's see something right quick. It's just over for them. As far as the scores and stats, you look at it, Draymond Green had a better game. He had 14.6 for 14. Still wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough from him. Jackson Davis had 5. And Jimmy Butler had 14 points, 2 turnovers, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. He shot 5 for 9, not bad, but 0 for 1 for 3, 4 for 5 from free throw. He only played in 34 minutes, but also has the worst plus minus on the team at -30. Buddy Hield had 13. Big Teeth had 4 rebounds, 4 for 11 from the field. Podziemski thought he was a Badimski. He just shot terribly. He was just terrible from 3. He was terrible from 3. He was just terrible from anywhere on the court. He went 3 for 14. Yeah, he had 11 points, but half of them was from the free throw line. He had 4 steals, though. He did have that. The bench, some of the bench came through. Jonathan Kuminga had 23 points himself, 6 for 13, 11 for 12 from the free throw line. I don't know what's going to happen with him. I don't know if he out of there come season's end or he going to stick around. Kevon Looney, 8 points, 8 rebounds. Got 7 from Santos, but that was all. The rest of these points were during garbage time. Gary Payton II was in there, probably the longest 3 points. For everybody else who scored, it's just garbage time. Rebounds are about even, but look at Minnesota. Julius Randle started the tone for this game. I think he had 19 or 21 points starting out in this game. He would finish the game with 31 points. I think that's a playoff career high for him. 11 for 21, 4 for 8 from the 3, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He did have 4 turnovers, though. 10 points from Jaden McDaniels, 8 from Rudy Gobert, but he did give you 6 rebounds. Actually, Jaden McDaniels had 10 and 13 rebounds. Mike Conley had 11 points, 2 for 9. But the superstar of the team now, Anthony Edwards, had a remarkable game in the third quarter. He finished the game with 30 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Reason why he didn't play as long as he should. Went 8 for 11 for 21. Sorry. The reason why he didn't play as much, Anthony Edwards, because he had 5 fouls in this game. And I think that last foul that was called on was a bunch of crack. Nasri had 5 points. DiVincenzo had 9. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's cousin, 13 points in 17 minutes. This game was pretty sloppy around towards the end. Anthony Edwards had to sit on the bench for 5 fouls. It was time for the reserves and role players to step in, and they pretty much kept the game in check because Golden State ended up sending some. I don't know, but they ended up sending some of the bench out there, and yeah, this series is over. Without Steph Curry, it's over. No ifs, ands, buts, but it's over for this team. There's nothing they can do. And even if they did have Steph, I think Steph was quoted saying he couldn't be Superman if he could play out there. So that tells me right there, yeah, it's over. And like I said, Timberwolves have a good chance of getting to the NBA Finals, first time, ever for them. So we'll have to see. Tell me what you guys think.